Welcome to the WCG as we arrive at the business end of the tournament. It's the first 5-over international of the 2019 TRANS-TASMAN Backyard Cricket Series between WCG Australia and the New Zealand Blackguards. And it will be the Aussies who take a 10 points to 4 lead into this first 5-over international after pulling off a dramatic 11-run win in the second limited overs international. And with 5 points on offer in each of these 5-over internationals, they are just one win away from series victory. The Kiwis, on the other hand, must win all 3 5-over contests if they're going to lift the trophy, but this is their preferred format, so write them off at your peril. So a rundown of the rules for these 5-over internationals. 5 members of each squad will participate in each 5-over international. It'll be 5 overs maximum per innings, with each member of the squad to bowl 1 over. But in a first at the WCG, it is the power play rule that has everyone talking. 1 power play over where runs are worth double, with a member of the fielding side to be removed from the field to be used at any stage throughout the innings. So the 2 skippers exchange pleasantries once again in the middle. It'll be the New Zealand Blackguards to call once again. They call heels, and it is a heel, and they have no hesitation in batting first. An important toss won there by the Kiwis. As we take a look at the WCG Australia side for this first 5-over international, and they have gone with their strongest lineup, as you can imagine, with a series win within their grasp. The side will be captained by Brendan Scott once again, the skipper picking up 6 wickets throughout the limited overs leg of the series, so he's a man in form with the ball. He will be joined by his partner in crime, Matt White, who returned to the Aussie squad for that second limited overs win after being rested for the first match where they were hammered. Ryan Schaefer and Alex Stepien also take their place in this side, with both making handy contributions with both bat and ball, and also in the field throughout the limited overs leg so far, with Justin Brooke rounding out the Aussie side, fresh off his match-winning effort with the ball in that second limited overs international. And as we take a look at this New Zealand Blackguard side for this must-win 5-over international, a massive gamble from the Kiwis, as they have left out the leading run scorer of the series so far in Sam Fastia, opting to fight fire with fire, leaving out the leggy. Carmody Kemp will captain the side in the absence of Viggo Rasmussen, with the Rattler James Calder, the 5-over specialist, taking the role as vice-captain. Shane Louis, the pace spearhead, also takes his place in this Blackguard side, with the Taranaki connection of Henry Miles and Satch Pryor rounding out this Blackguards unit. Miles has amassed 74 runs so far on day 2 and will be looking to carry that form into this must-win fixture. The players have made their way out onto the field and are ready to get this show on the road. So it will be that man, Henry Miles, who will get this innings underway for the New Zealand Blackguards. Scores of 58 and 16 at the top of the order for the Kiwis. We'll be looking to repeat the dose in this must-win fixture. So we're all ready to go in this 5-over leg of the series. It'll be Alex Stepien bowling around the wicket to Henry Miles. In now, it's a full delivery, and it's driven back down the ground first ball, and it's brilliantly fielded there by Matt White. He gets down low to his left to prevent a certain boundary. It's a good start from the Aussies. Stepien to continue 2 miles in the opening over. And he's in now, and this one's a back of the lane delivery, and Miles has crunches through mid-wicket for the first runs of the match. He begins with a maximum, picks up where he left off in the limited overs fixtures. Stepien to continue around the wicket to Miles. In now, and this one's a good length delivery, and Miles drives his back towards Stepien, who fields off his own bowling. So it is the Kiwis who need to win all 3 remaining 5-over internationals to lift the trophy. But as mentioned prior, this is their preferred format, so the Aussies will have to earn it. And Stepien will come in around the wicket to Miles once again, and he's pulled this on the leg side once again for another boundary. Miles and the Kiwis race to 10. Miles in an aggressive frame of mind, and Stepien will continue to him again. This is a shorter delivery again, and this one goes for 6. It's pulled on the leg side once again. Stepien drops short and pays the price. No wicket for 16 as we arrive at the final ball of the over. Stepien in again to Miles, and this time he goes right through him, and he's clean bowled as a man from Taranaki. Stepien picks up the dangerous Miles, who has to go for 16. So the fall of the opening wicket will bring James Corder, the Rattler, to the crease for the Kiwis at number 2. Made key runs for the OGs in their run to the New Zealand title. Can he do the same for his country now? So it'll be Justin Brooke to bowl the second over of the innings as he comes into Corder around the wicket for his first delivery, and it's a full ball and it's driven into the ground, and it's fielded by Schaefer on the offside for no run. So a priceless dot to begin the second over for the Aussies as Brooke will continue to Corder around the wicket. He's in now and he's been called for a no ball and he's been driven down the ground for 4. So that'll be 5. Brooke oversteps and over pitches and pays the price. Brooke to continue to Corder around the wicket. As he's in now, it's another full delivery. It's driven back past White down the ground for yet another boundary. Too much pepper on this one for the Aussie fieldsman as the Rattler races to 8. Brooke to continue to Corder in the second over. As he's in now, and this one's a back of lane delivery. Corder pulls this on the leg side for another boundary. 3 consecutive boundaries for the Rattler, and he races to 12. The Kiwis off to a flyer in this first 5 over international as Brooke will continue again to the Rattler, and he gets a thick outside edge, and this one goes for 6. It's all going the Kiwis' way at the moment as they move to 1 for 35. Brooke under serious pressure in this second over as he's in again now to Corder, and it's a shorter delivery, and he gets a top edge and it loops over Scott's head for 6. The Kiwis are on fire in this first 5 over international as Corder races to 24. So the Blackguards have decided to take their batting power play. Runs worth double with 1 Aussie player off the field. It'll be Matt White to bowl the power play over as he's in now to Corder. It's a good length delivery and they begin with 12 as Corder hits this over Scott's head once again. Well, we said this was their preferred format. They're definitely showing why. White to continue to Corder in the power play over as he's in now, and this one's a fuller delivery on his toes, and he drives this down the ground and it's stopped by the Aussie skipper. The Kiwis 1 for 54 in the third over. Corder on 36 as White will continue to him now. It's a back of lane delivery and he gets it away on the leg side for a boundary. So that'll be 8 to the Rattler, who moves into the 40s. The Kiwis 1 for 62. White under pressure in this power play over as he'll continue to Corder once again. It's a full toss and Corder hammers it down the ground for another boundary. That'll be another 8 to the total as the Rattler moves to 50. And what an important knock it's been for his country. 28 runs off the power play over so far as White will continue to Corder over the wicket. And this one's hit on the leg side towards Alex Stepien, who misfields. And it's another boundary for the Kiwis. The Aussies are falling apart in this first 5 over international as Corder races along to 60. So the final delivery of the power play over. It'll be White to Corder, and this one's a back of a leg delivery, and it just falls short of the Aussie skipper there at cover. That sums up the Aussies match so far. The Kiwis 1 for 78, and we still have 2 overs to go. So it'll be the Aussie skipper to bowl the 4th over of the innings. And he's in now to Corder, and this one's a good length delivery, and it goes straight through the Rattler. So his brilliant innings comes to an end. Scott picks up his 7th wicket for the day. Kiwis 2 for 78. So it'll be Satch Pryor, the man from Taranaki, who will make his way to the crease for the Kiwis at number 3. As a brilliant platform from which to launch from, with 11 deliveries remaining in the innings. So it'll be Scott into Pryor for his first delivery. In now, it's a good length delivery, and Pryor is forward and defends on the offside for no run. So the Aussies will be thinking damage limitation now, as the Kiwis have been travelling at a remarkable 26 runs and over. As Scott will continue again to Pryor, who has a wild swipe across the line, but can't make contact. And that's 3 dots in a row for the Aussies. Scott to continue to Pryor in the 4th over. As he's in now, and this one's another back of a lane delivery, and it's another wild hook across the line from Pryor, who doesn't make contact. So these are important dots here for the Aussies at the back end of the innings. And Scott will come in again to Pryor in the 4th over. This one's a fuller delivery, and it's another play miss there from Pryor, who goes for the big drive, and Scott finishes with a wicket maiden for the 4th over. So the final over of the Kiwi innings will be Ryan Schaefer to bowl to Pryor around the wicket. And this one's a full delivery which slides down the leg side, and that'll be called a wide. So that'll have to be re-bowled here for the Aussies. 2 for 79 as Schaefer will continue to pry around the wicket. In now, and this one's another ball that slides down the leg side. So it's back-to-back wides to begin the over for Schaefer. And the Kiwis move into the 80s. Are the Kiwis out of sight already? As Schaefer will bowl again to Pryor, and this one's a full delivery. And Pryor hits this out of the WCG. So that is the third wicket down for the Kiwis. Pryor goes for a duck. Blackyard's 3 for 80. So it'll be Shane Louis, the man from Hawke's Bay, who will make his way to the crease at number 4 for the Kiwis. Has 5 deliveries left in the innings to inflict further damage upon the Aussies. Can he lift his nation up towards that 100 mark? That'll be Ryan Schaefer around the wicket to Shane Louis for his first delivery. In there, and this one's a back of a leg delivery, and he drives this down the ground, and it can't be stopped by Justin Brooke. So that's a boundary to begin with for China Louis. Kiwis 3 for 84. Schaefer to continue to Louis in the final over. As in now, this one's a full delivery, and Louis gets a thick outside edge. And that is the 4th wicket down for the Kiwis. Schaefer gets his 2nd wicket for the over. Kiwis 4 for 84. So it'll be Tamati Camp, the Kiwi skipper, to make his way to the crease at number 5. Comes in with 1 ball remaining in the innings. And he will be thrilled with his side's position at this stage of the innings. So it'll be Ryan Schaefer to bowl to Tamati Camp for the final ball of the innings. As in now to full delivery, and Camp advances, and he hits it down the ground, and it can't be stopped by Brooke as he pushes it past White into the boundary. The Kiwis finish 4 for 88, and the Aussies have a mammoth task on their hands. So in a brilliant display of power hitting, the Kiwis have registered 4 for 88 after their 30 deliveries, and have sent a clear message to the Aussies in the process that they will not lay down without a fight. James Calder, the hero with the bat for the Kiwis, making 60, with the Aussies needing to strike at a tick under 18 to pull this off. It was tough work for the Aussies with the ball in their first outing in this format. Overs 2 and 3 going for 62 runs in between them, including the power play over, which was worth double runs. The Aussies did manage to pull it back a little in those final 2 overs, going for just 10 runs, with Schaefer picking up 2 for 10 in that final over after Scott had bowled a wicket maiden. So the Aussies have a massive task with the bat ahead of them when we come back. The Aussies will require 89 runs for a series clinching victory.